Hi, Saturn Looms here, and today I'm going to be filming another tutorial for this adorable Loomigurumi Olivia Rodrigo Tsum Tsum, which is designed by cat._.looms on Instagram. Her link will be down below. She is so sweet, and this is, I think, one of her first original designs, so I am so honored to be filming a tutorial for you, Kat. Thank you so much. And I love this Tsum Tsum so much. I think it definitely looks like Olivia Rodrigo. And we would also like to give credits to Craftmuse for the basic Tsum Tsum body pattern, and also credits to her for the head pattern for this girl, because it is the same as her Disgust Tsum Tsum from Inside Out. So we'd like to give credits to her for that. And now let's get straight into the materials you'll be needing. So to make this Tsum Tsum, you will be... I'm very tongue-tied today, but you will be needing any type of hook. I'll be using my rainbow loom hook as always. You also probably will be wanting a helping hook. You're going to be wanting 2 9mm pony beads, or you can use bands, or you can use safety eyes if you really want, but I do recommend, or I strongly recommend using 9mm pony beads. And you will also need a C-clip or a stitch marker. And I do have a band count for this guy, or girl. I have my iPad over here with the pattern on it, because I do not remember the pattern, but let me just go to see the band count. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. Okay, so you will be needing 5 different colors for this girl. So you're going to need about 160 blue. I'm using the neon blue from the Rainbow Loom web store for the outfit. You'll be needing about 200 for the hair. I'm using Jelly Burgundy from the Rainbow Loom web store. You will be needing something for the skin tone on this girl. I keep on saying this girl. For the Tsum Tsum. You'll need about 115 of that, and I'm using the beige silicone from the Rainbow Loom web store. You'll also be needing some white. You're only going to need about 119 white. And I don't know if this is 119. I might have to grab more white before the end of this video. But that's okay. And you're going to need 66 black. My black weren't in a bag, so I just put them in this little container, because you'll be needing it for the outfit and also for the eyelashes, which I will show you how to do. And that also reminds me, I forgot to say that you'll be needing some scissors to cut the eyelashes. And you also will be needing some stuffing. I just use polyfill. This is just my container with it. Fancy schmancy, you know. So now that I've gone over all the materials, now we can get started on making her. Alright, so to start on this Tsum Tsum, we're going to be making the arms and the legs, which are all the same thing. They're just in some different colors, so make sure you pay attention to the colors. Ooh, sorry. So we're going we're going to start with the arms, and first you're going to want your black and your white. Probably should have got my white. Only need a tiny bit of white. That was way too much. And also, just in advance, you can get your blue out, because we're going to be needing that for the legs. This is a brand new pack, so still has the C-clips in it. There we go. Alright, so you're going to want your hook for this, and also have your helping hook ready, because that's where we're going to put all of these. So to start, we're going to make the arms. So you're going to start with your black. I'm going to zoom in. So we're going to start with a magic ring of 6. So if you don't know what a magic ring is, I will show you. So first you're going to start with wrapping about a band around your hook 3 times, creating, or 2 times, creating 3 loops. And then you're going to take another band and pull this triple loop cap band on and reclaim and slide this back loop over this front loop. And don't pull tight. And then you're going to go back into the magic ring and pull through a band, or not a magic ring, the cap band, I'm sorry, through just the cap band and hold this band back, and then pull these 2 over the front. It's kind of like really hard to see with black, but I will show you more when I do the legs because that's in white. And you're just going to repeat that until you have pulled through 6 bands. Pretty sure that's, oops. Pretty sure that's 6. So to count your stitches, you're just going to count these teardrop shapes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I only have 5. Add 1 more. Like that. And now you're going to go into this first stitch. Like I said, it's really hard to see with black. And you're just going to go into the first stitch and take a white band and pull it through everything like this. And now just pinch so that the white band doesn't come out. And put this on your helper hook. Like that. And you're going to want to make 1 more just like this with the black and the white. And I'm going to show you how to make 1 leg. Oh, sorry. And I can show you better now because this is in white. So start with 2 times around your hook. Pull 1 band. 1 band through. Reclaim. Like that. And then pull just through the cap band. And then back into the cap band. And repeat until you have 6 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to go into this first loop and pull through a blue band through everything. Oops, that can sometimes happen. Like that. And now you're going to also put this on your helping hook. And now you're going to make sure you have 2 of each of these. And I'm going to go off camera to make the other ones, and you guys can pause the video and come back to me when you're done, and then we can start making the actual Tsum Tsum. Alright, so after you have made your legs and arms, I completely forgot that we also have to make the nose. So you're going to want to get your skin tone color. And for this, if you are using this the silicone, it can be a little bit hard because they can be a little bit sticky, but I think it just gives it the best look. I'm going to get all of it out because we are going to be needing it for the next bunch of rows. So for the nose, we are going to get 2 bands And we're going to wrap it around our, wrap it around our hook 3 times, creating 4 loops. Well, technically 8, because there's 2 bands. And then like that. And then we're going to pull 1 band through of your skin tone color. Pull that through everything. Like that. And if you're using the silicone, do not pull too hard because then it will snap. And it should hold by itself. So we can set that aside. And I also forgot, of course, I keep on forgetting everything, that we should thread the bands onto our beads. Or if you're not using beads, then you can make the eyes with bands. I will show you how to do that as well. So just take our bands and thread it through. And I will show you if you are making it with, black bands as the eyes. You can take 1 black band and wrap it around your hook 4 times. Sometimes the silicone bands do this. There's like 1 embedded inside the other. And then pull that on. And then you can also use that as an eye. But I'm using my beads today. So now that we have all of our things pre-made, we can start with the head. And I think on row, like, I don't know. But as we're increasing, we still, I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, we still increase, and then we switch the hair color. And so, yeah, let's get started with the body now. Alrighty, so I got all my stuff organized. So now we're going to start with a magic ring of 6. So I already showed you how to do that 2 times. Oops, sorry. With the legs and the arms. So I'm going to go a little bit quicker with this one. And again, if you're using the silicone bands, make sure you do not pull very tight because they will snap. They are very not stretchy. And they are also very sticky and kind of a pain to work with. But if you have like the normal opaque beige, that would also work. I just like this because it's more pinkish, so it's a little bit more realistic, maybe, I guess. I don't know. That might have been rude. It's okay. I just prefer this color for her skin tone. But you can use any color you want. I'm going to try to stay in frame as much as I possibly can because when I'm looming, I don't look through the camera. I look at my actual like hands, like with my eyes, not through the camera. So I'm just like keeping in mind like where I'm like supposed to line up where it will be in frame. So I'm sorry if I go out of frame a few times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm also going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Is that seriously as much as I can zoom in? You can see that. Okay. So now we're going to put our C-clip on the band that's on our hook. And now we're going to do an increase around. If you don't know what an increase is, then I will show you. And you should have 12 stitches after this row. So you're going to go into the first stitch and pull the band through. And like that, and then go into the same stitch and do pull another band through. Like that. And we're going to do that all the way around. What is this? My white background is a canvas board, so it looks best. Sorry about this little speck, kind of annoying me. I'll just cover it up. I'm in a much more comfortable place than I was in my giraffe tutorial. I was not in the place where I usually film, and the setup I had was very uncomfortable, and my back hurts so bad after that video. But I'm back in my normal filming spot, so I am good, and I finally have figured out my freaking ring light. So it is now perfect. The lighting is good. I know it's a tiny bit of shadow, but it doesn't really matter. You can still see what I'm doing. All right, so now you should have 12 stitches around. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And now we're going to do single increase all the way around, and we are also going to be adding our eyes this row on stitches 3 and 9. Excuse me, it's freaking 1 o'clock. Why am I yawning? So, single increase. And then this next stitch, after you do your first increase, you're going to add your eye. Or if you're using safety eyes, maybe just like mark here where you're going to put your safety eye at the end. So that was 3. Now increase 4. Single 5. Increase on 6. Single 7. Increase on 8. And 9. Going to add our eye. Don't know why I said that so quiet. We're gonna add our eye now. And now increase, single increase. And now we should have 18 stitches when we're done with this row. I might have said that in the beginning, I don't remember. But your last stitch should be an increase if you've done it right. And by the way, one of these Olivia Rodrigo Tsum Tsums are going to be up on my Etsy because I don't need to. I already have one for my collection, so I'll be adding one of them on my Etsy, which is at Saturn Looms. I'll talk about that later in the video when I'm doing repetitive parts. So now it should be looking something like this. It does look a little funky, but the eyes do push in at the end. And now you're going to want to get out your hair color, which I have my burgundy. Get that. I ordered more burgundy and more blue just to make this Tsum Tsum because I used a bunch of, like, most of what I had on this one. Okay, so now for this, we're going to get out our brown. I already said that, I'm just reading the pattern. But this row is also single, single increase, which will end up with 24 stitches. So, okay, so we're gonna do 12 stitches in our skin color and then 6 stitches in our hair color. And so, let's get on with that. So single increase, Oh wait, it's single, single increase. Oops. Don't do what I'm doing. Do single, single increase. Oop, I'm not even in frame. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was just doing single, single increase. I think I'm gonna lay out so that I don't lose track when I get to 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I've already done 3 stitches. So I probably should have done this in the beginning. It gets easier once you can just do single stitches because then you can count, but for this you can't count because, or you can count, but it's more difficult because you're doing increases. So single, single, increase, single, single, increase, single, single, increase. Okay, so I have my layout here. Ugh, there's bands everywhere. Okay, and if you did beads, then this stitch right here is going to be super small, but don't forget it. Single, single, increase, and I'll talk about my Etsy now because I just can't wait. So I've made so many sales in the last like 3 weeks, I think, and I got one order with 7 things in it, so I just want to shout out to the person who ordered that for me. It means so much to me. And business has been going pretty good, and I'm hoping to make some more stuff soon to put on. I added 2 new turtles the other day because I only had 1 left because y'all like my turtles. Which also on YouTube, I'm pretty sure it might have just hit 15K views overnight because it was really close yesterday night. It was at 14,900 something, so it might have hit 15K. So thank you guys so much for that too. And I've just finished doing the 12 stitches in my skin tone, so now we're going to switch to brown or your hair color, and we start on this little tiny stitch from the eye bead. And we're going, every time we flip from color to color, we're going to do a color change, which is just pulling a band through everything and then doing that. Or stitching, not that. Oh my gosh. But we still have to remember that we're doing single, single increase. This is probably going to be a bit of a long tutorial. Just especially because the hair is the hardest part, I would say. But Kat did a pretty good job of explaining it in the pattern, so I think that I can explain it good in the tutorial. And end on an increase, and you should have 24 stitches after this. I'm not going to count because I know I have 24. But you can count if you would like. Okay, so it should be looking something like this, and you can push in the eyes a little bit if you want, but they're just gonna come back out. Usually, anytime I can, I'll try to push the eyes in because it does bug me that they stick out. And if you like do that on the back with the band, it helps them. There we go. So let me get my pattern. Okay, so now we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows until we tie off and do the hair. So now we're going to do 14 stitches in your skin tone color and then 10 stitches in your brown/hair color. So let's do that. So 14 in your skin color and 10 in your brown. Oops, and don't forget to color change like I just did. I forgot to color change. One, two, three. Move my pants a little closer to me. 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And now for the rest of the way, we're going to do single stitches in our brown or your hair color. So color change. Oh, and also, if you're newer to this right here is not a stitch. That's just when we did the color change. So just go into the next stitch. And now we are at the C-clip. And after all these rows, you should still have 24 until we start decreasing at the end to close off the body. That's just like how the Tsum Tsum works, I guess. So this is how it should be looking so far, and you can see that the part is starting to form. And now for this next row, we're going to be doing 5 in your hair color, 7 in your skin tone color, and then 12 in your hair color. I will repeat that. 5 in brown, 7 in your skin tone color, and 12 in your hair color. So let's do that. So 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to do 7 in your skin tone color, so make sure you color change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now to the rest of the way to the C-clip, we're going to be doing brown. Make sure you color change. I'm going to remind you pretty much every time we have to color change because it's very, very easy to forget. So I'm just trying to think of something I can talk about while I'm doing this, because why not? Let me know in the comments some original designs you want me to start doing, because after this, I don't have any tutorials that I have planned to film. I do have oh, my lion, my baby lion. I've been wanting to film that for a while, but I don't know if anybody would be interested in making it. Let me know in the comments. My baby lion with a flower crown design. Or I think I have a few other original designs that I haven't done a tutorial for. I don't think there's many though. There might be a few. But let me know some things that you think I should like create and make a tutorial for. Alright, and now we are at the C-clip. Move it up. Should be oh, I took my hook out. Oops. And it should be looking something like this. And now we are going to do the same thing that we did in the last row. So when you see a brown stitch, put brown in it. And when you see a skin tone stitch, put a skin tone stitch or skin tone band in it. And don't forget to color change. And I'm going to go off camera to do this. You guys can pause the video and come back to me when you're done. Again, same as last row, put the same color stitch in each. So when it's brown, put brown. When it's your skin tone, put skin tone. And don't forget to color change. And I will meet you back here when I'm done. Alright, you guys, I am back. Excuse me. And I did that same row again. And now we're going to do... Excuse me. Sorry. We're going to do 4 brown, 7 skin color, and 13 in brown. Or hair color / skin tone, whatever you're using. I'm just reading the pattern and what it says. I'm assuming you're going to make her hair brown because she has brown hair. So we're going to do 4 stitches in brown. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to do 7 in your skin tone. Make sure it's color change. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now the rest of the way we're going to do brown, don't forget to color change. When I was off camera doing that other row, I forgot to color change, and I'm like, oop. I literally have been saying to do it, and then I forget. That's stupid. And after this row, there's only one more row, and then we tie off, and then we do the hair, which in my opinion is the hardest. It's not really hard, but it's the hardest on the Tsum Tsum. It definitely took me the longest because I was just trying to figure out like where to put stuff and all that, and it's the most band heavy part of the Tsum Tsum for sure. Alright, so we are back at the C-clip. you should still have 24 stitches. And we're going to do that exact same row again. So I'm going to go off camera and do that, and you guys can pause the video and come back to me when you're done, and then we will start adding the hair and the facial features. Alright, so I decided to come back on right now since I'm almost at the C-clip. So once you get to the C-clip, you can do your normal stitch and then move it up. And then go into your next stitch and take a white band and pull it through everything and slip knot. Not too tight, but tight enough that it won't fall out, and not too loose that it will fall out, or not too tight that you can't get it undone. That's what I meant to say. So it should be looking something like this. And I'm going to add the nose first. So you see these two holes here. That's where we're gonna grab the nose from. Where's my nose? Where's my nose? One moment. I'll be right back. I think my nose fell on the floor. 1 second. So I couldn't find my nose. I literally do not know where it went. I bet you that it probably will like turn up like as soon as like the video's over, I bet. So made a new one. Let's attach that. Look at that. It just flew. So we're gonna go through this hole and pull through that, and then go through this hole and pull. That's not even in frame. But the two holes, just 2 holes on the face, and then bring them to the back, or to the inside, and then take one of your skin tone bands. If you're using the silicone, do not pull too tight, but just tight enough so that it holds. And there's your nose. And I usually like to add the eyelashes at the end. So let's do the hair. So I'm just going to move all my other colors aside. You do not need your skin tone anymore. Just your hair color for now. So my hair color is all sitting in a pile right here, even though you can't really see it. So for the hair, on this side, we're going to be doing 5 strands, and this side, we're going to be doing 4 different strands. So how I like to start is going like right here, like where this last increase is, and then going through there, and you're going to chain up 4. I mean, no, you're gonna, yeah, you're gonna chain up 4. I don't know why I had to think about that for a sec. So chain up 4 bands, like that. And now you're going to find where you want it to go. I'm gonna go right here. The hair is really how you want it, but this is just how Kat had it written and how I like it. So like that. And now after you've done, you pulled it through everything on the, so I should probably do that again. So I have my 4, and I'm gonna go into the body, or the head, where my hair color is, and pull a band through everything and make that nice and even. And now I'm going to chain up 3 more so that there's 4 in total. Or is it 4? I'm not sure. Let me just see. So that's 4. Yeah, it's 4. So make sure that this is 4, including the stitch that was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So chain on an additional 3. And then now you're going to be going a little bit lower, or a lot lower, on the head. And then you're going to chain, or pull through everything. Pull your chain through everything, like that. And now you're going to chain, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to have 5 in total, so you're going to chain 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this 4th band, you are going to slip knot. So just pull the back one over the front one and pull tight. And that is 1 strand of hair. So that actually isn't that hard. And since the stitch that was in the body was a little bit smaller, you can just put your hook through that and kind of tug up. Not too hard, just a little tug. And it will blend it in with the rest of the hair. I found that helps. So that is how you do the hair, basically. And we're just going to do that for both sides. This side you're going to do 4 strands. And this side you're going to do 5. I've already done 1. I think I'll do 1 more with you guys, and then I will let you go and do the rest, especially since it's easier for me to do these off camera. 1, 2, so you're going to chain 4 up, or you can always rewind the video to watch how I did it. 4, and then you're going to go into the body, or the head. The head is like part of the body, I guess, so it's fine. Like that, and chain up 3. And then go into the body. I'm just going to say body, but know that I mean head, because there is no body yet. And like that. And now you're going to chain, I think I'm going to go a little bit lower. The hair is very much trial and error. I'm going to go like right here, I think. And then chain 4 more. And then slip knot the last one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And slip knot. Like that. And then go in and fix the tiny stitches. And that is how you do the hair. It's actually pretty easy, but it's just kind of a pain in the butt. But if you're a beginner, then it might be a little bit harder. So I'm going to let you guys go and do the rest of the hair on your own. So pause the video or rewind to see how I did it, and come back to me when you are done doing both sides of the hair, and we will continue with the body. Hello, so I just wanted to point out that when I've done this side of the hair, and also on the back, there was still a little bit of space, and it was just kind of annoying me, so I added a few strands. It doesn't go down here, though. Also, I just tied that so it's out of my way. When you're doing this side, it's short. It is a lot shorter than this side. So you only really have to, when you do your first strand, it's 4 chain. You chain up, the chain is 4. And then for your second one, I would only suggest doing a chain with 3 and then tying it, or maybe even just 2. Let me see how that works. Honestly, I would just do it and then chain 1 and then tie it into the head. Like that. And then chain to make the ends. So I just wanted to pop on real quick and say that. So now I'm going to continue listening to my music and doing the rest of the hair. Hi guys, I'm back and I have finished my hair, and I popped on to say stuff about this side and that you should only chain one. For the first strand I chained one, but for all the other ones I chained 2 more up, so it was 3. But really do whatever you want. It's your Tsum Tsum. And I also did add the 2 strands on the back just to fill it in, but they don't come all the way down. And I think it looks really good. And it has a little bit of a funky shape right now, you might be able to see. But once you stuff it, it goes completely away and it's perfect. It's just because of all of the bands and stitching we did on the top of the head. And I think that this hair looks really good. And it also comes together when you put the eyelashes in, but sometimes they can like slip out if you add them like now because you're all like working and handling it all. So where's my hook? Here it is. And I like killed off most of my burgundy and what I had left of that pack. But now for these next few rows, it's all single and it's in solid colors. Like there's no like color flipping like between in one row, like it's gonna be one color and then we're gonna like color change, like you can see what I mean, like this. So I will probably go off camera and do most of it besides when we're doing the arms and the legs, just because I don't want this tutorial to be super long and it's pretty self-explanatory when you are just doing single stitches around. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so for this row we are going to be doing, we are going to get our arms, which are the ones with black. And we will add these legs later. So just put those aside. And we're going to color change, which if you did the slip knot with the white, you don't even have to, because it's already kind of the color change. You might want to loosen it just a little bit. But now we are going to just go around in white, and then on stitches 5 and 10 we are going to add the arms. So this is 2, and then let me get my white over here. While I was doing the hair, I went down to my supplies and I grabbed some more white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now on this 5th chain, which should be the first stitch that you come across in your skin color, you're just going to stitch in your arm, and now do 4 more stitches. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and then on the 10th, add your other arm. Oop. My band came out. All good. Come back. There we go. Okay, so now that I've attached the arms, I'm going to plot out what you're going to do for the next few rows. So we're going to finish this row off in white, and then you're going to color change to black and do a row of that, and then you're going to color change back to white and do a row of that, and then 1, 2, 3 rows, color change, and then do 3 rows of blue. And then we're going to do another row of blue, but I will do that with you because that is the row where we will be adding our legs. So basically I'm leaving you to do 6 rows off camera, but they're easy, I promise. It's just single crocheting around and then the color changes, which you can kind of see here, but you can always hide that. I'll show you how to do that at the end. So continue doing this row around with white, which is what this symbolizes, and then color change to black, and then color change to white, and then do 3 rows. So you can see like this. So I'm going to go off camera, and you guys can pause the video and do that and come back to me when you're done, and we will add the legs, close it off, and then the skirt, and we are done. Hi guys, I'm back, and I did all the rows. I hope you guys did too. It should be looking something like this. Yes, I know it looks a little bit funky. It's, like I said, it's just because of the hair and all the stitching, but once you stuff it, it will look great. And now we are going to do the legs, or add the legs, I should say. Let me get my pattern up. Okay, so it's still a row around in blue, but we're going to add our legs on stitches 2 and 8. So let me just get those off the helper hook. Keep your helping hook because you might need it later for pushing stuffing in. So now let's do 1 stitch. Let's stay in frame maybe. And then stitch number 2, gonna add our leg. And now 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to add our leg. And now for the rest of the way, we're going to do single stitches. And then after this row, we're going to have 24 stitches, which you should have had since we stopped increasing. And after this row also, we are going to be starting to decrease to close this off. I don't know why I said off like that. Off. Close it off. And then we're going to use white for that. And then we're going to do the skirt and then add the eyelashes and stuff it, and we're done. And I'm in a really good mood right now because when I was sitting and listening to my music, doing the rows, Looming with Cheryl messaged me and commented on my new post that I just posted a few hours ago of my new giant elephant. If you follow me on Instagram at saturn.looms, you might have seen it already. And if you're not following me, go follow me on Instagram. I'll put the link to my Instagram is always in the description, as well as my Etsy, and I actually just made a TikTok, so I will link that in the description too. I'm very much an amateur at making TikToks. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I thought it'd be fun, so I got it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm to the C-clip, and you should have 24 stitches. I've already said that multiple times. Get that band. Okay. So now, oh my gosh, it looks so funky. Now we're going to do okay, let me get some white out. Here. Okay, so now we're going to do single decrease. If you don't know what a decrease is, then I'll show you. But first, make sure you do your color change. So do single, and then a decrease. And a decrease is combining 2 stitches. So we're going to take the front half of the first loop and the back half of the next loop and pull a band through those and make a normal stitch. That's a decrease. And now we're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So single, single, and a decrease. I don't know how long this tutorial is going to be. Maybe, I think it will be maybe an hour. I'm not sure. I said that last video. I said it in my little giraffe tutorial, or mini giraffe tutorial. I said, oh, this video is going to be like an hour long, but it ended up not being an hour long. It was only like 40 some minutes, maybe 45 minutes. I honestly don't know, but it wasn't an hour. But this one might be an hour. But I tried to make it as short as possible, just like limiting like what I don't have to do on camera. Like I didn't have to do all the hair on camera. That would have taken forever. So I just showed you how to do it. And I really do hope you understood the hair. I'm really sorry if you didn't. But just rewind as many times as you need to understand it, I guess. I really did try to explain. Single, single, and a decrease. And you should have 18 stitches after this. I'm not going to count because I know I will have 18. Ah, that always happens. I like pull too hard and it like undoes some stitches. Okay, now we're going to do single decrease. So a single stitch and then a decrease all the way around. I just showed you how to do decrease, so you should be good with that. After this row, we're going to stuff, and then we will probably add the eyelashes first and then do the skirt. The skirt isn't that hard. It is now 2:18 in the afternoon, and I started filming like 12:30ish, I think, maybe. Probably closer to 1. But I hope the tutorial isn't an hour long. I'm sorry if it is. I will try to get on more of I'm going to try to get on more of a normal posting schedule with like a tutorial every weekend, because I really want to put out tutorials for you guys and I really enjoy making them. Oops, I did something wrong. That shouldn't be a decrease. Oh, I accidentally did 2 decreases in a row. Oops. Undo those. Decrease, then a single. Okay, there we go. As I was saying, I'm going to try to get on a more normal posting schedule. Like probably every Sunday, because Saturdays usually I have soccer games. So yeah, I just need things to film. So like I said earlier, let me know in the comments what you want me to film. Doesn't always have to be tutorials, I guess. It can be other videos. And now you should have 12 stitches around, and it should be looking like this. And now you're going to get your stuffing. You don't need that much. I just got out a ton. And push your band up on your hook just so it doesn't come off. And just stuff. It's already starting to fix its shape, and I'm not even done stuffing. Lovely hair. Usually it's cat hair, because I have 3 cats. But, yeah. Here we go. Okay. A little bit more. Ooh, this segment is already 9 minutes. Okay, I think that's stuffed enough. That rhymed. The hair looks so good on this one. Yes. And now we're going to do a decrease around. So decrease every single stitch. I'll put my stuffing away. All right. Once you do your last decrease, you can keep decreasing until it's completely closed, or you can do like I like to close. This is the way that Craftmuse closes her things. You tie another band on. I've done this in my past tutorials. And then you go through the top loops of the stitch and you like sew it closed basically. I just find it to look so much neater with no gaps. And you can't really see this part much because it is covered up by the skirt. Oh my god, I'm not even in frame. Sorry. I'm just closing it off. It's not that exciting. But close it off in whatever way you like. And then just tuck in the tail. Like that. And now we have most of our Tsum Tsum done. Oh, she looks so good. I love it. It's gonna be hard to choose which one I'm gonna put on my Etsy. They both look really good. Okay, well now let's add the eyelashes. And the eyelashes, usually I struggle with because I never know which way to put in the band. So you just slide a black band through. Technically, if you use bands, you can't really do the eyelashes, but I guess just improvise if you used black bands for the eyes. And then you take both ends and then you tie it. Ha, I did it right this time. And then the eyelash should be facing out like that. And then you take your scissors, which I said in the beginning of the video, and just cut. And then it makes a little smiley face shape. Save it, because if you're making one of Ginger Cell's designs, you can use it as the smile to hot glue on. I will actually save it. I'll link Ginger's Instagram below because I mentioned her. Now, for the other one, I just never know which way to stick it in so that the eyelashes face out the right way. I don't think this is the right way. Ah, crap. Ah, it is the right way. Oh. Never mind, it's not the right way. You have to put it in for this one. Or from the outside. Oh my god, I'm like pulling her eye out of her head. I am so sorry. Oh goodness, that must have been painful for her. Push that back in. Okay. Now it should be the right way. What? What is going on? You're supposed to be right. Come on. What? Why isn't it facing the right way? What did I do? Maybe it was the other way, and I just screwed it up. Because that is not right. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera and put the other eyelash on, and then come back to me and we can do the skirt. I'm sorry. It's okay. We will fix it. Be right back. Hello, I am back. So, if you knew how to do eyelashes, you were probably very annoyed at me because I didn't know how to do it, but I figured it out. So, yay. Now we are going to do the skirt. So, to do the skirt, let me just get my pattern up. Ta-da-da. Okay. So, we are going to need blue. So, you're going to need blue, white, and black for this. But to start, we're going to need blue. Bless me. I'm so sorry. It's not bless me, it's excuse me. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. So for the skirt, you're going to want to go to the stitch right near your leg. And you're going to want to pull a band through and stitch. And then you're just going to keep on going up and then meet it back around at the other leg. Okay. But don't use the stitches that are closest to the white. Use the ones that are like second closest from the white. Oops. I bet my phone just said low battery, so I better hurry up. There's not much left. If it says 10%, I'll plug it in. But I don't think I'm gonna use 10% by the time I'm done with this skirt. Okay, so now I am back at the other leg. Or, I'm not back at it, I haven't been at it yet. Okay, so now we're going to do an increase on the first stitch and the last stitch. Sorry, a truck just went by. So we're going to do an increase on the first stitch and the last stitch, but then otherwise we're going to single crochet around. And if you're like me and you want your stitches to face the right way, go in through the back of the stitch. Is this what, right? Yeah. Like I did for this one, you can see that all the stitches are the same and not like that. But if you don't care, then just do whatever kind of stitch that you like, or not that you like, the normal stitch. But since I like my stitches all facing the same way, you can just go through the back of the stitch and then, yeah. That's probably awful explaining, but you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I increased on the first stitch. You already know how to do an increase. You're a pro. And now we're just going to single crochet across until we get to the last stitch, and then the last stitch is going to be an increase as well. Sorry if you can hear my sister, or I think that's my mom and my sister. My mom and sister are laughing downstairs, so sorry if you can hear that. You probably can't though, because I don't think my phone is gonna pick that up. It better not pick it up. And for this next row, we're going to do the same thing again. I know we haven't gotten to the next row yet. But we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to increase on the first and the last stitch in blue. I think this one is going to be the one that's going to go in my Etsy. Oops, sorry. Because I just, I really like the first one I made, because it just turned out so good. I was literally obsessing over it after I finished it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this one looks so good. Like, it was honestly hilarious. Okay, so now that you've done that around, I don't even know if I was in frame for that. Also it looks a little bit washed out with the white. There we go. I hope that helped. I just turned my ring light down one. And now we're going to do the same thing again in blue. So increase on the first and last stitch. I think I might go off camera to do this just because my phone, I'm going to charge my phone a little bit. So I'm going to do single crochet all the way across and then increase on the one at the end. Come back to me when you're done, and then we will finish off the skirt, because then there's only 2 rows after this. So yeah, see you when I'm done. Okay, so I finished that row around, and this next row is the exact same thing again, increase on the first and the last stitch, but color change to black. So I'm also going to do that off camera because it's the exact same thing as we just did 2 times. So just do it in black. Don't forget to color change. Meet you back when I'm done. Alright you guys, it's finally time to wrap up this Olivia Rodrigo Tsum Tsum. So I did my increase on both ends with the black, and now we're going to just do single around in white. So make sure you color change. And we're just going to stitch 1 in each loop all the way around. And I'll just stay on for this because it's the last row. Oh, I've been filming for 2.5 hours. Just this Tsum Tsum. It took me longer though to actually make it when I first did it, because I was doing it for the first time. Just figuring out everything. I probably got less organized by the end of this video. You can't see it, but there's like bands over here and bands over here, just everywhere. And on my bed, because that's where I did all the rows that I did off camera. I just got a big pile of bands and did it. When Kat made this and posted it, I thought it was so cute. I didn't ask for the pattern though, because I kind of don't like asking people for patterns unless they like, I don't know. It's just the kind of thing I just don't like saying like, hey, do you have the pattern for your, and then if they don't, then that's worse because it's awkward. So, and then she asked me, I'm like, yes, she wants me to film a tutorial. And then she gave me the pattern, and then I forgot totally about it. And then I was like, oh wait, I need to film that. And so then for Christmas I got a gift card for Rainbow Loom bands, so I got all the things I needed for it, and yeah. Okay, I'm at my last stitch, yay! And we're going to pull one band through everything and slip knot, and then with this you can just go through the stitches in the back of the skirt and just kind of tuck it. You may have to do this like 3 or 4 times, like go through 3 or 4 stitches, I mean. I think that's good. Okay, so here is the finished Olivia Rodrigo Tsum Tsum designed by cat._.looms on Instagram. Thank you so much for letting me film this tutorial. I love this design. She is so cute, and make sure you look out for one of these on my Etsy shop at Saturn Looms. I will be putting all the links to everything that I mentioned in this video in the description, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope your Tsum Tsums came out good, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!